What home means to me is a place where you feel safe in every way possible, where you feel unconditional love. And growing up in Los Angeles was not always the easiest place to grow up in. I joined a gang when I was 13 years old. You know, I was very closed off because of the way my parents raised me. I wasn't really allowed to socialize with other kids in the neighborhood outside of school. So I was often feeling ashamed and angry. The way I viewed gangs was something that I wanted to be because they had an identity. I was more afraid of what they would think of me if I didn't do things. Like, the consequences weren't about right and wrong, the consequences of whether they would accept me or not. So I always felt like I had a lot to prove. After a while, it just became easy to commit crime. And it made me feel good to commit crime, especially when they started acknowledging me for the crimes that I committed. I was earning my stripes. I overheard my parents talking about waiting for a phone call from the cops of whether I was dead or I was in prison. My friends and I went to a party in the city of Walnut. My friend fell down on the ground and I asked him what had happened. And he said that he was jumped by rival gang members. So when I seen a car speeding by me, I pulled out my gun and ran towards them and began shooting at them. I was found guilty of 4 counts of attempted murder, and I was sentenced to 64 years plus 2 life sentences when I was 18 years old. I thought that my life was over. How I felt about the gang was pure anger when I received nothing from them. A letter, money. I felt betrayed, I felt abandoned. To me, I thought I've done everything to be the best friend that I could be to them. And in the end, I was alone. I was ashamed of myself that I committed the crime. When I received that letter of my appeal being over, I was scared. I was scared that I was actually gonna die in prison. But also, I wasn't gonna allow prison to take away my sanity. I believe I found purpose when Jen came back into my life. Getting married in prison reinforced that despite the decisions I made in life, that I still deserve to be loved. She made me feel like it was simple, that love made everything simple. I joined Paws for Life 12 years into my incarceration. My wife pushed me and said, you love dogs, join. And so I did. These were dogs that were being ready to get put down, and Paws for Life saved them. It gave me this sense of purpose. It took me away from all the negativity, what was going on around me, and just helped me focus on something more important. So I felt like it was my responsibility to do right by these dogs. In 2019, Governor Gavin Newsom commuted my sentence, recognizing all the hard work that I've done in prison, recognizing the change that I've done. That's when I knew I was gonna go home. When I saw the huge amount of support that was there waiting for me, yeah. I mean, a part of me felt ashamed because I didn't feel like I deserved to be supported by these many people for all the terrible things that I've done. But also I felt, loved. The hardest thing was to take responsibility for what I did. It helped me move forward and take control of my life. When I got out, I've always wanted to continue working with Paws for Life, and I did just that. Now I'm the trainer that goes into the prison to work with the guys, showing them that if I could do it, that they could too.
Yo, how you been?
They're a huge reason why I love being a trainer. Just because I was in prison, that's not all I am. It gave me something that I never thought in life I'd ever become, and now that I'm out, I utilize my dog training skills in prison to start my own dog training business. I feel that it's very important to help others, especially those that have a difficult time helping themselves. The more I work with rescue dogs, the more I realize that it's not them. It would be even hard to say that it's them getting a second chance when they didn't even know what the first chance was. Having a second chance means doing things differently, doing it the right way. Like having my daughter has made me feel more afraid of the world than I ever thought. So all I have is to make sure that I raise her the best way that I can to help her prepare for the world. It's crazy because I wish that she doesn't have to know that I was in prison. Because I never wanted her to know how bad of a person I was. That I wouldn't want her to make the same mistakes that I did. And, the only way I can do that is be kind towards others. Your actions towards people affects them in many ways that you can't even imagine. No one is born bad. And I wish that people would just take the time to see and understand how someone could end up in prison and not just focus on the end result. Looking back at myself when I was 17 and seeing where I am now, I mean, I can't believe it. Sometimes I feel like the things that I did in life it happened for a reason. It's crazy that prison is what helped change me. But more importantly, it helped me develop into a person that I could be proud of.